Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another political episode. Today, we're going to be focusing on something a bit different. I have been very interested, as you all know, about counties. I have been doing the Exploring Minnesota video series that you can check out on my channel. That basically goes out over every single Minnesota county. I am actually almost done with that series. I only have 10 more counties to go, and then I'm going to have a huge celebration. But now I've been kind of interested with a couple other counties around the country. Some counties that I find very interesting are two of the same name, Orange County. The only difference is they are two different counties, and they are located in two different states. One is in Florida, and one is in California. What really interests me is they both have the same political history. Have a lot in common. And I'm going to go over the political history with you guys about those counties. I'm going to start off with the state of Florida, the one in Florida here. So, Orange County here. I used to think, now not being from the state of Florida, I used to think this county is, what's it called? I used to think that county is Orange County, but that's Seminole County. The one below is Orange County. Orange County has Orlando, which today Orange County is a super blue Democrat area. I believe some Republicans carried, like Jeb Bush, he carried, but the county. But that I'm going to go over that in a little bit, like right now. So here is the political history. So we take a look at the county. County voted in 1892, so that's how far it will go, and that's how far we're just going to go for. It went for a Democrat margin of 92%. So for now, Orange County has been a very big Democrat county. And in 1892, there was zero Republicans winning. That zero Republicans in the whole county. Instead, I don't think Republicans were in the ballot in 1892. Instead, there were these group of people. We have the third party that were the Populist Party in 1892. So yeah, 1892, the Populists were pretty big. The more left-wing party at the time. Obviously, 1892, Florida, being a blue state at the time, 92%. Orange County went pure blue. 1896, Florida Orange County goes blue again with a smaller margin, less than 92%, 62%. Well, Republicans seized 332%. 1900, they seized 61%, for giving the votes for McKinley's, not McKinley, that's the opposite, their opponent, William Jennings Bryan in 1900. 1904, 70% for Parker in 1904, 59% for Bryan again in 1908, and then giving him a 68% Orange County. Once again, we're talking about Orange County here. Or 68% for said Woodrow Wilson. Orange County voted 71% for Woodrow Wilson's re-election. Once again, 71%. And then goes the smallest margin so far recorded, 55% for Cox. Although this election was, I'd say, red wave. We have President Harding, really not the president at the time, of course, but he destroyed and won a landslide. Although Orange County, the highest they could get was 55%. 1924, Democrats win narrowly. So yeah, let's backtrack. 55% in 1920. That's bringing the margin down to a likely no, this is the wrong county. Shoot. Yeah. So it was like this for a very long time. Now we bring the margin down to a likely, and that is in 1920. 1924, we bring to a leaning. All Democrats win in the county by 5 points. Once again, more of a leaning margin for Democrats. And then finally, in 1928, Republicans won big, like huge. For some reason, Republicans won huge, winning a 70% margin. And this is kind of funny because this is the state of Florida. Let's remember, Florida was a huge blue state back then. It's South. I mean, Democrats were strong in the South, Republicans were strong in the North. But then suddenly Herbert Hoover comes around. Herbert Hoover, becomes very popular in Orange County for some reason, and then wins a huge landslide in 1928. So once again, for some reason, Orange County went to Hoover. Hoover's 70%, which it's very mind-boggling because once again, Hoover won because many Protestants were fear-mongering, especially the KKK. A lot of KKK members also voted Republican, mainly because Al Smith, I believe, was Catholic. First Catholic candidate to run for president. And they were fear-mongering. Oh, Catholic's going to become president. Blah, blah, blah. We're fear-monger, beating the drums. And then another thing, Orange County itself is a very Catholic county. So I would think, wouldn't you be supportive to Smith? But instead, nope. It went straight to said for Hoover, which I think it was Protestant at the time. Makes sense. But it's kind of silly. But then in 1932, Orange County votes a big way for Democrats again. Big, huge transition. Because, Hoover was horrible. Worst president. And they tossed their votes for FDR. So they're going to go for FDR, 58%. Increasing their margins to 62% in 1936. Voting in 1940, they voted 61% for Roosevelt. 1944, 57%, a little lower than usual. His worst win, I would say. A win's a win, but his worst ever in the county of Orange County, 57%. And then 1948, Truman fails to win the county. Thomas Dewey wins the county, and he wins by a couple points, obtaining the county by around, I believe, a leaning margin for Republicans. But 1952 begins a red wave in 1952, a big voting streak for Orange County, Florida. So Orange County, 51%. The county of Orange goes, no, not 51. That's 52. 1952. Dwight Eisenhower seizes popularity with 71% of the popular vote in Orange County. Once again, that's a huge win for Republicans. 56%, he wins by 1 point. 1956, Dwight Eisenhower wins 72% of the popular vote in Orange County. In 1960, Nixon wins by 70% in Orange County. Look at Orange County is very popular. Reason? Orlando. At this time, Orlando is now like the biggest capital for Republicans. At this time, it is the most Republican city in the county, with around 80% of residents voting for the GOP. Now, 1964, that kind of goes down a bit. Reasons? Barry Goldwater, the extremist, as we like to call him, but still, Republicans did very well. Another safe Republican for Orange County. Thanks. proving that even Barry Goldwater can't even make Democrats win. Meaning Lyndon Johnson couldn't even take back Orange County. It's now recognized as Republican Stronghold. 50% said, and this is kind of 1968 is kind of big race for both. 50% Nixon wins to 50%. Then there's a few. Coming in second place was George Wallace with 27%. And in last place, Herbert Hoover. Not her. Oh my gosh, I'm buffling today. Not Herbert Hoover. Herbert Humphrey. With 22%. And that's a safe Republican. Also, 1972. Almost at 80%. Nixon wins 79% of the popular vote in Orange County. 1976. 1976 reasons. Oh, Watergate scandal. GOP is bad. It's all over for the GOP. Democrats take popularity. 1976. It's now Jimmy Carter. A big Southern Democrat victory. Democrats sweep the South. They even win. He even wins the state of Florida by a good margin, over 10 points. But however, he couldn't break Orange County. However, Orange County did go down a couple points. It's now a leaning Republican, with Carter, with I believe Gerald Ford winning the county by 54%. Carter coming in second with 44%. Then we come in 1980. Ronald Reagan comes because Jimmy Carter is really bad, and he drove gas prices up. He drove inflation up. He created a new enemy in the Middle East. Iran hostage crisis. Everything bad. Environmental crisis. Ronald Reagan comes, very popular actor at the time, kicks butt and gets a 61%. Yes, it's not the highest that the county has received, but it's a good win. And it's bringing back the safe Republican in Orange County. 1984. Republicans gained 10 more points, winning by 71% in Orange County, Florida. Once again, Reagan wins the re-election pretty easily. Obviously, 1984 does really good in Orange County. 1988 dropped a couple points down to 1960 to 67%. Once again, George H.W. Bush, still a great margin. Now it's 1992, and it's getting a little challenging. We have George H.W. Bush winning the county by 45%. And then we have Bill Clinton coming in second place with 34%. And then, of course, the third party, which seizes 19%. Now, this is a more of a likely Republican for now until we get to 1996. 1996 is a tilt. It's a huge drop back. Because guess what? More and more people are coming to Orlando. And it's starting to get very popular. Once again, Republicans won by a tiny sliver. The worst they have ever done in the county. But still won anyway. 45%. Clinton lost by only points. Both got 45%. Bob Dole only got a tiny bit more when it came to the 40% margin. Now it's going to be a tilt. Then 2000, it's all a different story. Vice President Al Gore, for the first time since FDR, carries Orange County, Florida. He is the first Democrat to carry Orange County since Franklin Roosevelt. Does it? This time we're like, oh, the Republicans are like, sheesh. I mean, Republicans still did good. It's a tilt. I mean, Republicans did good. They seized 48% of the popular vote in Orange County, Florida. However, Al Gore won in Orange County with 50%, 2 points, beating his Republican opponent, George W. Bush. 2004, a year later, another very close election. Both sides are doing very well. However, it's Kerry that seizes the election in Orange County with 49% of the popular vote, 49.83% of the popular vote. President Bush coming in second, 49.62% of the popular vote. So very big competitive county. Now we're starting to think Republicans are starting to lose hope. Okay, this county, Orange County, it's voted Democrat in 2 elections so far. Can we still win this county? Absolutely. Republicans did good in Orange County in the last 2 elections. I think we can still win it. But then 2008 comes and it's gotten much worse for Republicans. The county goes from tilting back to a strong Democrat. Reasons, of course, Barack Obama. It's a Democrat blowout. 58% of the popular vote. Republicans, 40%. It's probably the worst you've done since 1944. So yeah, it's pretty much all over for Republicans. Republicans are like, okay, Orlando, it's now a blue area, different communities, lots of different personalities. It's all blue from here. And then 2012 comes, same margin. Obama seizes the city again, 58%. And then in 2016, Trump lost the city. Clinton won the city by 59%. And then finally, Biden won the city by 60%. I mean, not the city. If I'm saying city, please forgive me. My brain's all fogged up today. So yeah. So yes, it's all over for Republicans. Can Republicans win Orange County? Orange County, it's true, has voted Republican in the Florida state elections. I do think Ron DeSantis has a chance to win the county if he focuses hard on there. But I gotta tell you, Orange County is one of my favorite counties. Not only because Orlando's there. Well, first of all, we gotta remember Disney World's there. And not only that, Orlando, and if you're not aware, Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. Okay? And don't get confused with Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is the water park capital of the world, while Orlando is the theme park capital of the world. So yeah, I like Orlando. It's a good place to have fun. I've never been there. If I had to go to Florida and chose a place, I'd definitely choose Orlando. Disney World's there. There are a lot of parks are there. Theme parks. It has one of the most theme parks in the country. So definitely. So yeah, it's Orlando, Orange County, Florida. But now we have a similar path, and we're gonna go all the way to California, and I'm going to. So yes, today Orange County, Florida, we know for sure is a Democrat stronghold, and that was basically the history. Orange County, Florida, has been a historic Republican stronghold. I'm gonna see if it says here. Like it says here, big has Orange County, so basically, big long history of Orange County. Orange County is located along the blah 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 blah. Okay, Orange County, yeah, as it says, was one of the very first areas of Florida to turn Republican back when, in the early 20th century. Then 2000, Democrats took over, and then ever since Bush. After Bush, now it's been a huge Democrat stronghold. Let's turn to Orange County, California. And And I have to tell you, they have a similar history. First off, the gubernatorial election, we're not going to do that. Orange County. Starting off in 1892 once again. Now, being in California, 1890s, pretty red state, California is. So, but this time, as we know, it's a third party it's an election where the third party did very good. Once again, the Populist Party, Republicans seized the county with 39% of the popular vote. Following behind, not too far, is the Democrats with 34%, and then 25% for the Populists. So once again, I'm 20, 40, so yeah, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So, yeah, I would say this is a more leaning victory for Republicans at first. Seized the county by 39%. 1896, Republicans do it again. They seized the county by 51%, better margin thanks to the third party not being that big good. 45% for Mr. Bryan. 1900, Republicans win with 51%. Again, not so good for Parker, getting a 42%. Now it gets higher now. It's going from leaning to a strong red, according to 1904. Why? Because Theodore Roosevelt, of course, 59% for old Teddy Roosevelt. And Democrats, Bryan, that was in 1900. Parker gets 23%. Because, he's a Southern guy, does Southern things. 1904, Democrats do good. Third party does good again in 1908 for some reason. 53%. I believe this is a big victory, 1908, for Republicans in Orange County. 2012. I mean, not 2012. 1912. It goes differently. Teddy Roosevelt wins the county by a huge margin. Not huge, but just 60%. Progressive. So, yeah, Orange County went to the progressive by 60%. Well, what reasons? Well, okay, see how much Orange County loved Teddy Roosevelt? Well, why can't we vote for him again? We have a Democrat. Orange County's not that good with Democrats. Hasn't voted Democrat. I'm sure it has in much later history. But then we have the Republicans. Republicans did horrible in Orange County, California. They only got 123 votes, 1%. Thanks to William Howard Taft, absolutely one of the worst presidents in U.S. history. Then coming in second place, Democrats, feeling better than ever, got 38%. And then progressives see 60%. So this is going progressive. 1916. Taft is out of the way. That means that makes the GOP better. 56%. Now we're going back to a safe Republican. So 56% Republicans had seized in Orange County, California, against the Democrats is 34%. 1920. Republicans did the biggest victory in Orange County with 71% of the popular vote. Democrats, 19%. Cox, not that popular. So once again, huge victory still for Republicans in Orange County. And then in 1967, 1924, 67% of the popular vote. Republican, the progressive. The progressive candidate gets second, I believe it's La Follette, seized 23% of the popular vote, meaning he's in second place. while Democrats did horrible in the county, getting 8%, 2,500 popular votes. Like, not that good in Orange County this election. 1928, Republicans narrowed to almost 80%, 79% of the popular vote. Democrats getting 19%. So far, good, huge margin for Republicans. Then guess what? GOP bumbles again. And thanks to Herbert Hoover, and he gets kicked out of office. And now Franklin Roosevelt wins the county. Republicans, they do good. I mean, they didn't win, but they still did good. Roosevelt won the county by a tilting margin with 48% of the popular vote, while Hoover got 45% of the popular vote. 1936, FDR does way better, 55%. Huge big wave, blue wave that year. So that'd be more of a likely Democrat. 1940, Republicans then flip it around. Now they seize 55%, and now FDR, he gets 43%. So FDR kind of not that good in that election. He got Republicans now get the likely. 1944, Republicans seized, I believe, what it looks like back to a strong Republican, because once again, FDR, we have you for like almost 20 years. We're kind of tired of you now. So now we're more favorable for Thomas Dewey. Roosevelt gets 42% of the popular vote. 1948, Republicans come back with 60% in the county. And then 1952, thank you, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Republicans seize 70% in the county. 70% for Republicans. 1956 bumps down to 66%. That, once again, for Dwight D. Eisenhower. The county voted for Nixon with a 60% margin. And then 1964, there's that guy again. Barry Goldwater, Barry. But however, this county goes to a likely. Because once again, we use the likely large margin for any number that is higher than 10%. This Barry won the county by 11 points against the LBJ. So 1964, definitely Goldwater won that county. 1968, Republicans come back with a better margin, 63%. 63% versus Humphrey's 29%. 1972, we climb up back to 68%. And now Democrats, who have 26% of the popular vote. 1976, we bump down to 62%. Once again, the Watergate scandal hasn't really affected the GOP in Orange County, California that much. Bumped it down a couple points, not big drastic. Now in Florida it's different, because Orlando's in the South, and who's from the South? Jimmy Carter. So we're going to vote for Jimmy Carter because he's a Southern guy, and we love Southern guys. Whether then if he's a Democrat or Republican, we're going to vote for the Southern guy. It's how we go. Now, California, it's not in the South. It's in the West. So it doesn't really matter. 62% for Gerald Ford. And then, once again, a better victory. We win, but the Republicans seize 67%, voting for Ronald Reagan against Jimmy Carter. And in 1984, Reagan wins a 74% landslide in the county. So like I said before, 1974, 1984, the Ronald Reagan sees 74% in Orange County, beating Walter Mondale. 1988, Republicans see 67% of the popular vote, Thanks to Vice President George Bush, once again, Senior, against his opponent, Michael Dukakis. Once again, 67%. This is a higher margin so far for Republicans in the county. Now we're getting a little challenged. We're going down to 1992. Republicans seizing 43%. Still a good margin. Not bad at all. Go to the next one. Clinton comes in second. 31% the popular vote. And then comes the third party with 24%. So we're going to bump this down to a likely now. Once again, we're getting more popular. Los Angeles has gone out of control. Metro is expanding. It's a metro county already. So more people are filling in the county, thanks to Anaheim. Anaheim being there. So yeah, 43%. Now we get to 1996. Yes, the third party is still going strong. 51% for Republicans. We're going down to a strong margin. So yeah, this is probably a strong victory. As again, Bob Dole did very good in the county, 51%. But the GOP could have done better. They're kind of, we could have done better than usual. We got literally to 74%. We should have done that. 2000, George W. Bush seizes the county by 15 points, more to a likely margin. That's pretty good. So once again, likely Republican in 2000. Republicans finally, in 2004, Republicans seized a strong victory. 2004 was a red wave year, kind of. John Kerry seized 38%. Ouch. That is probably the biggest Republican victory of the century. So 2004, 59%. Then finally in 2008, things go downhill. Republicans win in 2008. Barack Obama couldn't win the county in 2008. Once again, a red Republican county. It's going down, bump, down to a tilting Republican. We're tilting now to a Republican margin. Democrats, Barack Obama lost by 3 points. Republicans, Republican John McCain seized the county by 3 points. And then we have one here. In 2012, 51%. That is a leaning Republican, although it was tilting in 2000. This is Barack Obama's worst showing in Orange County, California. Barack Obama indeed could not win Orange County, California. Sorry, Obama. Although if he did run today, he would easily win. So yes, Orange County now going to a leaning margin for Republicans. Back to the leaning margin. Then in 2016, Trump shows up. And it's more that California doesn't really like Trump. Yeah, you could say that. Or it's that there's a huge spike with migration to Orange County. Now we have 51%. Not 51, I'm looking at the wrong one. 50% for Democrats, while Trump got 42. So now it's a leaning Democrat. And then finally, in 2020, Democrats win by 53%. That's probably a likely. I don't try to figure it out. Well, actually, it's a leaning. So yeah, it's a leaning margin for Democrats. So yeah, I think Republicans can still win today, Orange County. I mean, it voted against Obama. And let's remember it's right by this county, Los Angeles. So a lot of people from Los Angeles are piling into Anaheim. And let's also remember, another coincidence is Disney has a park in Anaheim. So yeah, we have Disneyland located in Orange County, California, and Disney World located in Orange County, Florida. Um, Anaheim is a big theme park place in California. I mean, the west coast of California has lots of theme parks, lots of cities, but yeah, Disneyland is there in Anaheim, and then they have a couple more. So Orange County, California, and Orange County, Florida are not just notorious for theme parks and Disney. They're notorious for conservatism. Former conservatism that's now turned into liberalism or central liberalism. Which one's more Republican? This one right here, Orange County, California. Republicans are more likely to win in and get more votes in Orange County, California than in Orange County, Florida. Which one is more conservative during the 20th century? Orange County, California. They got to a 74% for Reagan. Orange County, Florida couldn't even get to up to 64. So yeah, definitely. Orange County, Florida is definitely more populated than Orange County, California. Although Orange County, California is 100% metropolitan. Orange County, Florida has some country and rural areas. So it's very interesting when you look at environment politics when it comes to the book. So yeah, I just wanted to share this interest and this coincidence with you. So yeah, we have two places, and that's just a comparison video on Orange County, California. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next political episode.